Big year for sports across the Palmetto State, from football to basketball to hockey. Evan West has a wrap-up of the year's biggest sports story.
2015 saw records fall, new winners crowned, and old faces fade away. In March, Goose Creek native Elisa Welch helped lead the Lady Gamecocks to their first ever Final Four berth, where they lost to Notre Dame. And just like a puck, one of the biggest records to drop was on the ice in North Charleston. The Stingrays won 23 consecutive games, an ECHL record, and the second longest streak in North American hockey. The streak spanned 56 days, but the Rays' fairy tale season came to an end in Game 7 of the Kelly Cup Finals, falling 6-1 to the Allen Americans.
Y'all have to excuse me, I get a little emotional.
After 6 decades of coaching, 10 state championships, and more than 620 career wins, the all-time winningest coach in football, Somerville's John McKissick, decided it was time to call it a career back in June.
It's hard for me to think about anything could be any better than my life here.
As one era ended in Flowertown, another visor was hung up in Columbia.
You can't keep a head coach that's done it as long as I have when it's heading in the wrong direction.
Steve Spurrier called it quits back in October. The head ball coach left as the Gamecocks' all-time winningest football coach, and the distinction of being the only person in college football to win a Heisman Trophy and then coach a Heisman winner. While Spurrier said goodbye, his biggest rival said hello to the world of college football.
I can't give you guts, and I can't give you heart. And tonight, hey, it was BYOG, bring your own guts. And they brought some guts and some heart, and they never quit.
The Clemson Tigers brought gutsy performances week after week, becoming the first team in the history of the college football playoff poll to take the #1 ranking during all 6 weeks. The Tigers play Oklahoma on New Year's Eve for a spot in the national championship game. And 2 local schools had their best seasons in a couple of decades. The Citadel won the Southern Conference Co-Championship, knocked off South Carolina in the final week of the regular season, and then won a playoff game before seeing their season end to Charleston Southern. Jamie Chadwell's team turned in their best season in school history before losing to Jacksonville State in the FCS quarterfinals.